Cool. All right. Hans Themistode here with my guy, Bernie the Boxer. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I got some good sleep and shoot, I'm ready to go praise the Lord. I can't complain. I
I
won't
hear
complain.
I hear that, man. You know who got some good sleep, man? Lima. Lima, Lima got some good sleep last night, man. What was your thoughts
Yeah.
on the fight?
Uh uh it was a good, kid went out there and did what he's supposed to do. I never heard of the guy, never seen nothing on the guy. Um and Boots did what he's supposed to do, got him out of there, made it look easy. I mean, for what it was worth.
Do you think that it's like the hype right now following that fight is just like, oh my gosh, Boots can't be beat, the guy at 154. You think it's a little bit overblown right now?
I mean, I do, man. I do, and I think that everybody that's involved with this boxing thing is just we see his display of talent. We see that. But who is it against? I mean, we never heard of this guy. So I would have rather him fight even like a Tony Harrison or something. At least a name guy, a former world champion, or I don't know. Like I'm saying, so we just want we he got 30 some fights now. It's time to, fight somebody that's of equal yoke of some sense.
So will your perception and will your tone change if he ends up fighting Virgil Ortiz in the first quarter of 2026? If he gets
But I
past.
want to see, and I want to see how he do, and I want to see how he do. If he performed the same way in a dominant fashion against Virgil Ortiz as he did against Stanionis, and I think Stanionis was overblown. But if that level of competition, if he does that, then he what everybody say is Breadman, Greg Hackett. He's every he but we got yet to see it, and I don't believe he believes in himself that much. And his fans is driving me nuts too because let me say I'm a fan too though. No, because I think he cold too.
Mhm.
But like I'm saying, bro, when you gonna fight? When you gonna fight? Like I've said, come on now, come on now.
But is it fair for you to say when's he gonna fight somebody, quote unquote, or he's not fighting anybody, quote unquote, when that's been, besides like as of late, that's kind of been like the talk around Crawford's career, like not from me, but from other people, like who is he fighting? When's he gonna fight somebody? Blah blah blah. And then it's just kind
Okay,
of like you guys are just like, well, when who's gonna fight somebody? Blah blah blah. But you see the
okay,
talent.
hold on. Okay, okay. See, I knew you was gonna say that, and y'all keep trying to put them together. Like there's no comparison at all. Okay,
Yeah.
Bud had what 25 fights, right? In between those fights, he fought guys that was on their way to the title. He fought Sanabria, who was 33 and 30 and 0, something like that. He fought Klimov, who who uh who had beat John Molina when John Molina was high. Okay, this is all before the title, so we fighting people that fought people that. Okay, can we understand where we at now? All right,
Yeah.
hold on.
Mhm.
So then he goes over to England, over to Scotland, and beats Ricky Burns, who was a two-weight world champion now. Okay.
Mhm.
A two-weight world champion who was considered high. Ricky Burns, he was a they we don't give a lot of them European guys credit, but Ricky Burns had been a champion, all right, had been a champion, stopped Ricky Burns, dominant, well, didn't stop him, but he beat him in dominant fashion. Okay, so now he's arrived at the scene. He goes and fights Gamboa, his first fight, undefeated fighter, a feared fighter, make a classic fight of it. And after that, hold on, who do we go? We went to Beltran, who was a contender, but had a lot of skills, had a lot. Come on, so we going to the up. Then we went from there to Postal to come on, bro, come on now, Postal. Y'all, these guys. Okay, Postal was everybody knew who Postal was. Gamboa was. Beltran had a name, already had folk. Hank Lundy beat Hank Lundy on televised on ESPN fights or something like that. So these guys had some notable notice to them, bro.
Mhm.
Come on, Delorme was high when he moved up to 140 and knocked out Delorme. Delorme was a knockout specialist. They had him high as a knockout specialist. He had been on television. He had been on HBO. Delorme did.
Okay, so
So
but
so 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 then we talking about so this okay. So then, like I'm saying, we talking about people that don't have no boxing back, nothing. Like I say, once he got in the mix with Spence, then everybody turned on him. Or I guess actually that's when I really started paying attention to the media for real, me myself. So I didn't really pay attention to YouTube or nothing like that until he probably was at 47 maybe. All the other times I didn't even pay attention. So I don't know what they was really saying, but I know the real boxing public was high on Crawford. Crawford was, like I'm saying, in the pound for pound, man.
so let me ask you this. Take Boots out of it. Do you
So
consider
then who we talking about? Like I'm saying, you talking about people on YouTube in the comments, but you're not talking about everybody that's of note that always gave Bud his credit. Everybody of note always gave Bud his credit, but everybody of note is still wondering about Boots. So let's talk about that.
Okay, so I will say that a lot of people in the media, the credible side of media, we won't say the
Mhm.
other side. They've definitely given Crawford his just due and his flowers and things like that. But I will also say that those same guys have said, like I don't want to say negative things, but they have kind of poked like a few holes. Like they would say, like Kell Brook. Was he the same Kell Brook? Probably not. Was Khan the same Khan? Probably not. Did Spence have a few issues? I'm just like bouncing off of what you just said, and just because I
Yeah.
do know that credible media have said things about like Crawford's resume, whether it was right or wrong.
Okay. Yeah, but he demolished him though. But
Hmm.
he was Kell Brook. He wasn't Lima. He wasn't
Sure.
Stanionis. Okay, so we talking about Kell Brook. We talking about okay. We talking about Kell Brook gave tooth and nail with Earl Spence, gave tooth and nail with Triple G. Okay. Them was only losses.
Okay,
Okay.
so let me, all right, but let me,
So when we talking about it's okay. I'm just saying it's okay. But still, we're talking about credible opponents, and Crawford destroyed them though. So it don't if he he destroys them though. So he destroys them. Like I'm saying, you want to talk about Earl Spence, but did they say that after he knocked out what's his name? Ugas? When he
no.
knocked out Ugas and
Mhm.
everybody was calling the eye collector and this and that. Did they say that? Who was saying that? They were saying Crawford gonna get beat. They
Well,
had shirts going up of a old boy kicking down the door. They had I'm just saying, is it not true? Did they not? They didn't bring up no accident when he knocked out Ugas. When he beat
a
Ugas,
hundred, no,
they did not.
100%, 100%.
They
And
did not. They
I'm not arguing with you with that.
I'm just no,
So
I'm just putting this out there. They did not. None of the media, none of them people you said they didn't poke holes in Earl Spence when he did that to Ugas.
fair enough. Very fair enough. So, okay. So let me ask you this, because I mean, my opinion doesn't really matter for shit anyways, but I think Crawford is like, I don't know if I wouldn't say he's the GOAT, but the highest compliment I could give Crawford is he could sit at the table with literally anybody in history. Like he's at that table. So
Yeah,
that's the best
that's
compliment I'd give you. You could sit right next to Floyd, right
that's
next
a
to Robinson,
that's
anybody.
a fact. That's a
So
fact.
so yeah, I
That's
give
a
him the
fact.
highest praise.
And then you got to understand this too, though. What other fighter you know that was kept out and blackballed as Bud Crawford? You name me one.
For sure, 100%. But
Okay, so listen. So I'm asking you.
mhm,
You just name me one fighter that has been blackballed and kept out like Bud Crawford.
I would have to really sit down and think about it. But I wanted to ask you this though. So can you at least can you understand why everybody wants to see Crawford versus Ennis? Like, can you see just from not forget about who Crawford has fought, just you know more boxing than I'll ever know, and more than a lot of people will know. Like, just using your eyes, can't you just sit there and be like, nah, I could see why people want to see that fight.
Crawford exploit all them hoes. I mean, all his hoes that he got, Crawford to exploit them. You see that dumbass long ass uppercut he threw from way across the street? You see that stupid shit? He do that. He do that stupid shit.
But do you understand why people want to see that fight though?
No, I truly, like I'm saying, They was trying to say he was a hybrid. This is what the people are saying. He's a hybrid of Roy Jones Jr. and Bud Crawford. Man, get out. And well, yet we get Lima. Yet his own mouth needs two. This is his own mouth. Now, this is what I'm saying. His own mouth. He needs two tune-up fights to fight Virgil Ortiz.
He actually
He
never
needs
said
to.
that. He
He
never
needs
said
to.
that. He
He
never
needs to
said
bring
that.
up. Did they refute it?
He
And
did.
then when they
He did.
when they asked him last night, he didn't even want to answer them questions because the man was like, he was like, oh well, that's where we're here now. He wanted to bring Devin Haney up to 52. He turned down Teofimo Lopez. Why? Teofimo Lopez was a lightweight. Why would you turn down Teofimo Lopez? Why would you need to drag Devin Haney up to 52? Now wait a minute, this is what I'm saying too though. You are a crossbreed between Roy Jones Jr. and Bud Crawford. You are a hybrid of those two guys. What the fuck? That's like a nigga that never get beat in life.
Oh, so how highly do you think of his skills?
I mean, like I'm saying, I don't really. All right, okay. When I'm thinking of his skills, right?
Mhm.
Boost looked like an average boxer to me. Boost looked like maybe above average boxer to me. Boost don't do nothing that really nothing.
Well, come on, Bernie. We not
I'm
doing
telling
that.
you the truth. So you
Ah,
see,
Bernie,
so you
man.
mad at me? Okay, now look at this. Now when you watch, they got Crawford. They got the highlights of Crawford, right? Like I said, when I told him before when I did the thing, he shot the straight left hand, then he changed it to a loop.
Mhm.
Shot the straight left hand, came up short. Then in the same breath, he turned it to a loop and snapped Buddy's head back.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, they said he didn't catch the shot. Oh, he caught the shot with his hand. He got caught with the shot. He stabbed him with the same hand, then uppercutted him with the same hand. When is Moose doing something like that?
Okay,
Go
fair.
back and watch Crawford. How they show how he pinned him, how he held him, how he pinned him, and then he come on. When is Moose doing something like that? Since you want to put it in the when I'm talking about when you talking about his skill set. These are skill sets, not running off rattling combinations.
Okay, so
Rattling off,
but this is my thing though, right? Like obviously you think Crawford will beat anybody in history, and I can't really argue that because he damn near might. Like I'm not gonna say they doubt Crawford, but I think where you or anybody else from maybe Crawford's camp will get some pushback. I don't think anybody pushes back if you're just like, nah, Crawford to beat him, Crawford is whatever, because Crawford is that great. But I think the pushback comes from those type of comments when it's just like he's just an
I
average
don't care
boxer.
about the comments, but what I'm saying is facts. People hate the facts. I just told somebody these are facts. Show me some of his skill set. What is so good about his skill set? You show me something that he did that's cold, that's out of this world. I just
So,
told you. I just showed you, but can you show me? Can you tell me?
so you don't think that, so you don't, so you, I guess you don't think too highly of his skills, basically, is what you're saying. You don't think that
I think
highly of
he's a good boxer. I'm saying but I'm not. When we talking about skill, see now we going into skill.
him.
I don't see him catching and countering. I don't see him. I don't see him. What is he doing that's so skillful for real?
Is it, do you favor him over Virgil Ortiz?
I will pick him. Yeah, because Virgil ain't that good. Virgil, well, let me say there's not that good. Virgil is a good fighter, but I don't see him as a pound for pounder. I don't see him as a guy that can go up weights and can do this. Crawford is a guy that can go hang with anybody, as you can see. As
Oh,
you can see. As you can see. Because the way his skill set is. He
so
beats all these guys with different skills. You
is
see, when match them off. Come on, bro. Stop. Come on, bro.